thanks to Miss Ray and the Hip Hop Library, we have a very special guest who's about to come out and really share with you all. And so, without further ado, I'm going to introduce and invite Miss Ray to join us up here to introduce our guest and why we're here today. Give her a warm round of applause.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Thanks for joining us today. I am Miss Ray, the Youth Service Coordinator here at the Yeadon Public Library, and I would like to welcome you to our, let me say this is actually the first program that we've had, I'm sorry, this is actually the first program, indoor program for kids that we've had since the pandemic. Actually, 2 years ago to this date, I just realized this morning. March the 12th, 2020 was our last day of the after school program. Like, we actually have that documented. It was on the wall. You know, we can write on the wall. And March the 12th was 2020 was the last day of our after school program. And we haven't had any summer programs or after school programs since then, despite the fact that we've continued. We didn't really miss a beat. Once the pandemic kicked in, we continued with our programming for the kids. We went online for tutoring. We went online for mentoring. We went online to play Scrabble. We were online. We had reading book clubs online. We fed hundreds of kids throughout the pandemic on a weekly basis. We fed hundreds of kids. We served them boxes with meals in them, and they had like several days worth of meals every Tuesday. And we did that for about, I think we did it for about a little over a year or more, until that they stopped allowing us, the Archdiocese stopped allowing us to do so. But we fed so many kids. We gave out STEM kits. We gave out science kits. We gave out books. We did programming outside. We made it work for us. Yeah. And we appreciate everyone that actually hung in there with us and stuck in there with us. And my staff, I'm so grateful for my staff, because they came right in and they helped me right out. Because I was running around here like a crazy person, pushing boxes and bags, and I was doing all kinds of things. But the staff kicked in, and we actually made it work. So I'm very proud to welcome you to our return back to opening programs here at the Yeadon Public Library. Today I invited one of my good friends. He said, Miss Ray, I got a book, a new children's book, and I told him that I wanted him to come through and see it. Initially, this was supposed to be a virtual event, and after a while, certain meetings took place, and it turned out to be this being an in-person event as well. My friend, Darryl DMC McDaniels, he has a brand new book out. It's called Dow's Dream. So you can actually get it here at the library, and if you don't get it at the library, you can pick it up. It's everywhere on Amazon and all the bookstores as well. And just a little background of the Hip Hop Library. We have been collaborating with the Yeadon Library for over a year or more now. We have been made an official nonprofit organization that does community and youth-based programs throughout Philadelphia and the surrounding areas, in addition to Delaware County also. And this is some of the things that we'll continue to do. We want to bring positive programs to our communities and to our youth, and especially when it pertains to hip-hop, because we can get a bad rap in hip-hop nowadays, and that's not necessarily what it really is about. So we have a lot of positivity, and it's a culture. Hip-hop is a culture. It's not just a genre of music. And I hope that I'm able to introduce this and continue to collab with you guys to do these programs for the libraries. And we just left from Radnor, and this is not the last time. And DMC came to see us a few years ago, and he bought us comic books. So this year he actually has the children's book, and I believe he's ready. He's going to read his new book to you guys, and then he's going to answer some questions, do a moderated Q&A with you guys. And if you give me 1 second, I'll check and see if he's ready. Just give me 1 second. Sorry about this guy. And this is actually Stephen Vassor, works with the Hip Hop Library, and he will be your moderator for today. So welcome everyone to the Yeadon Public Library's first indoor program of 2022. Here, Steve, let me go grab him real quick.
So in the meantime, y'all, keep up that great energy. I will not bore y'all with a hip hop story or how I got my sneakers or why I got my sneakers or when I got my sneakers or any of that kind of stuff. What I'm going to do is stop talking, put the mic down, and we're going to wait patiently as DMC comes up. But he is here, thankfully, because we rode over with him, which was totally dope. So without further ado, once he gets here, we will roll. I am Steve V, and he is DMC. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a warm round of applause.
What's happening? What's happening? Okay. Is that one on? Is it on? Is it on?
It's on.
So I gotta have this on the whole time? Hello? All right, hold up. Let me get right. 1 2 1 2. Can everybody hear me? Yes. How's everybody feeling? Good. All the young people, what's going on? I did okay. 1 2. All the OGs, what's happening? So I'm gonna start off by asking some questions. And I've been around for a long, long time. I've been around so long, not only your aunts and uncles or older brothers and sisters know me, your mothers and fathers and your grandmothers and grandfathers probably know who I am. But the first question I want to ask is, how many of y'all love music? Okay. I could ask that question anywhere in the world, and all of the hands of the young people, I know the older people love it, but all the hands of the young people will go up. The next question is, how many of y'all love hip hop and rap music? I know you heard of that. Well, the reason why I asked those two questions is, for those that don't know me, I'm a member of one of the greatest rap hip-hop groups in the history of hip-hop. And they say me and my group, we did the first things in the hip-hop culture and in the hip-hop business that allows everything to happen up until this day. So everything your favorite rapper and everybody's doing right now, the videos, the records, the touring, the concerts, whatever it is that's going on in hip-hop, they say it's because of me and my two friends in my group, which is called Run-DMC. Now that may be true, but I want to let all you young people know, and the older people too, your parents, that I'm not better than you. I'm not smarter than you. I'm not greater than you. And I'm maybe not even more talented than you. When you see me, DMC, I want all of you to see the potential and the greatness that is already in all of you. I'm not above you, I am you. And that's what I came here this afternoon to represent. But in order for me to make you see the greatness that's in all of you already, I had to figure out, how can I communicate with y'all? How can I explain to you and be an example to you about how great that you already are? And I had to figure that out, because your parents and your grandmothers and your grandfathers and aunts and uncles and older brothers, they know me through all my music. I've been in the music business for like 40 years. I've been doing this hip-hop rock and roll thing for like 40 years. But I want y'all to know I started just like you from the places that y'all are at right now. And everything about you is necessary for you to achieve every one of your dreams coming true. And I had to look back to when I was a young man, growing up just like all of you young boys and girls. And this afternoon, I am an example. I'm like real live show and tell. And I remember show and tell when I was back in school. And when I was in third grade, I remember one of my friends, they brought a dead bat to show and tell in a box. Yeah, one of my classmates, they found a dead bat in the backyard and they brought it to school for show and tell. And then the other girl, I think her name was Deborah Hamilton, she brought a dead pigeon in a box to show and tell. And she talked about the pigeon, and the pigeon was dead. And I was like, why did you bring the dead pigeon? She said she couldn't catch the live one. So she brought the dead one. The dead one just fell out the tree. So she said, I'm going to bring that to show and tell. But other kids would bring stuff that their fathers and mothers was doing, you know, the nurses and their fathers was construction workers and just different stuff. Their brothers and aunts and uncles was athletes. So they would bring things to show and tell, and they would talk about those things. But this show and tell is a little different, because even though it's me, one of the greatest things to happen, not to just hip hop, to music in general. Me and my group, we didn't just make records and make videos and do concerts. We were young people with a dream, and we were able to change the world, to make our world better. We made ourselves better, which made our families better. Then we made our neighborhoods better. Then we made our cities and estates, and then we made the whole world better. That's the example that I represent to all of you. All of you boys and girls here have a dream and a purpose and destiny. And the reason why DMC came here to speak to y'all is to let y'all know that dreams do come true. So I had to figure a way to communicate that with y'all besides my music. Some of your young people probably heard my music. I got a song. You might have heard it. It's tricky to rock a rhyme. That's right on time. It's tricky. It's tricky. That's one of my songs. I've made so many fun songs. I got a song about Christmas. I'm so gangster. I got a song about Christmas called Christmas in Hollis that they will play every Christmas for the rest of eternity. And my group, my group was the first to go gold, first to go platinum, first to sell millions of records, first with the sneaker deals. Like me and my group, we made a song about our sneakers that we love, our Adidas. And I got a sneaker deal. Like, I don't even play basketball, and I got a sneaker deal like Jordan. So if I was able to do all of those things, imagine what all of you young people can do. But I had to explain that and show y'all that the dreams do come true. Y'all have dreams. I had dreams. I still got dreams. I'm 57 years old. I still got dreams. But how could I prove to y'all that dreams come true? So I got an idea. The same way I spoke about who Darryl McDaniels is on my music for the last 40 years, I decided to write a book. And I called this book Darryl's Dream. Because Darryl, had a dream. And a lot of my dreams came true. But Darryl's dream isn't just Darryl's dream. Darryl's dream is your dream. Darryl's dream is your dream. I got grown-ups that say, I'm going to read your book every day before I go to work. Because it's a reflection of the greatness and the power and the potential in all of y'all. So I put Darryl B in 3rd grade because most people know me from high school to college to walking this way in my Adidas with Aerosmith to tell the world how tricky it could be. So I decided maybe if people know me from when I got out of high school and I was able to do all this stuff to inspire, motivate, and communicate the greatness in others through my music and through my videos, I could do the same thing with a book. So I'm going to read the book to y'all, and then we're going to have a little discussion. I'll take questions. But the reason why I wrote this book, she has a lot of questions, and I'm going to answer all of them. The reason why I wrote this book is to let y'all know 2 things, young people. You are perfect just the way you are. Who you are, what you like, and everything about you, what you like to eat, the shows that the books that you like, the clothes that you like to dress. I love rice pudding. A lot of people don't like rice pudding, but I love rice pudding. And I say I love rice pudding, and a million people say ill, ill. I don't care about the million people that says ill, ill, because there's a million people that like rice pudding just like me. So I don't worry about what people say about me, because like all of you, you are perfect just the way you are, your hair, things you like, the way you dress, it shows that you are perfect just the way you are. And because you are perfect just the way you are, the way you are and who you are will allow you to succeed and have your dreams come true. And I'm going to prove that to y'all. But first, we're going to check out what Darryl's dream is all about. You ready? You ready? All right. This book is called Darryl's Dream. Darryl, me, but in 3rd grade. Darryl loved 3rd grade. He especially loved music class and writing. Great job, Darryl, said his teacher as she handed him back his poem. There was a big A+ on it. You should recite this at the talent show. Really? Asked Darryl. He was proud of his poem, but he wondered, is it really that good? After school, Darryl headed to the talent show sign-up sheet. He wrote his name at the very bottom. What do you think you're doing? Said a boy named Charlie. What talent do you have? Darryl didn't know what to say, so he just held up his poem. Wow, what a nerd, said Charlie, and you have the dumb glasses to match. A girl named Denise joined in. Look, guys, Darryl's so weird with his stupid poems and his stupid A+. He's going to make a fool out of himself at the talent show. Everyone laughed. Darryl was so upset that he crossed his name off the sheet. By the time Darryl got home, he felt totally defeated. Mom, he said, I wish I didn't wear big glasses and get good grades. The other kids don't like me. Not everyone will like you, Darryl, said his mom. What's important is that you like yourself and stay true to who you are. Darryl didn't agree. He ran upstairs into his room. I wish I could be someone else, said Darryl as he fell asleep that night. Before long, he drifted off into a dream. Darryl's dream was amazing. He flew all the way up through space and to the stars. "Hello, Darryl," said a voice that echoed all around him. "Here, you can be anyone or anything you want. Just wish it." "I wish those mean kids liked me," said Darryl. "As you wish," said the voice. Suddenly, Darryl was big and strong. He was hanging out with the kids who made fun of him. But something was wrong. Darryl didn't feel like himself. He thought of another wish. "I want to be something everyone likes," said Darryl, "like the coolest sports car in the world." "As you wish," said the voice. Poof! Darryl turned into a supercharged hot rod. He looked amazing. People stood around him and admired his shiny new finish. Then he heard a noise from up above. "Look, a helicopter," said someone in the crowd. It didn't take long for everyone to forget about Darryl. "Wow," said Darryl, "even the best hot rod isn't a helicopter. Guess I'd better wish for something else. 'Cause look, the hot rod is cool, but the hot rod don't fly." So the people thought the car was cool, but when they saw the helicopter, they forgot about the car sitting there and was checking out the helicopter as it flew. "Wow," said Darryl, "even the best hot rod isn't a helicopter. Guess I'd better wish for something else." Darryl thought for a moment before he had an idea. "I wish to be the best version of myself." "As you wish," said the voice. Suddenly, Darryl found himself inside a recording studio. There were instruments everywhere, and there was lots of fancy equipment. The walls were lined with gold records. Darryl looked at one of the awards and saw in the picture he was grown up. He still had his glasses and he looked cool in them. Darryl was about to pick up a drumstick when he heard a loud ringing. His alarm clock. He was going to be late for school. Darryl rushed to get ready, but he took a moment to stop and look in the mirror. His glasses didn't look so bad after all. "Ready for school?" asked his mom. "More than ever," said Darryl. He grabbed his poem and he ran out the door. Outside school, Darryl saw the kids who had picked on him making fun of another smart kid. "Stop that," said Darryl. "You guys think you're so cool, but you're not." At school, Darryl marched up to the sign-up sheet and he put his name back on it. "I'm going to do my poem at the talent show, and I don't care what anybody thinks." That afternoon, it was time for the talent show. Darryl waited backstage for his cue. He put on a new hat. He pushed up his glasses and he held on to his poem. He was very nervous. Now, I've been doing shows for 40 years, concerts, videos, you name it, I've done it. I'm 57 years old. I started when I was 18, and I still get nervous before I go on stage. But I know I want to do it, so I just go anyway. As he was waiting, the mean kids came backstage. "You can't perform without your poem," said Charlie. He grabbed the paper from Darryl and he ripped it up. "Yeah, and you look silly in that hat," Denise chimed in. All the kids laughed. Just when Darryl thought it couldn't get worse, he was called to the stage. Darryl froze in the spotlight. What was he going to do? He thought of what his mom had told him. "I can do this. I just need to be myself." Darryl took a deep breath and grabbed the microphone. He rhymed about reading comic books and drawing superheroes. He rhymed about loving school and making friends. He even rhymed about how one day he would go to college. The crowd was shocked. "What a weirdo," someone yelled. But Darryl kept going. He rhymed about bullies and school. He rhymed about what his mom had taught him. He even rhymed about his glasses. As the words flowed out of him, the crowd rose to their feet cheering. Darryl was finally being himself, and it felt amazing. After the show, Darryl ran into Charlie and Denise, the two knuckleheads that was teasing him. Wow, Darryl, said Denise. "I didn't know poems could sound like that. That was really cool." "Me neither," said Charlie. "Can you teach me how to write poems like you?" Darryl smiled. "I'll help you," he said, "but you shouldn't write poems like me. You should write poems like Charlie." Darryl McDaniels, that's me, y'all, followed his dream and went on to become hip-hop pioneer DMC. That's me now. He traveled the world spreading his personal style and message of love and confidence to millions. His glasses even became a symbol of hip-hop fashion. Ask your mother, your father, your aunt, your uncle, your grandmother, and grandfather, who made glasses cool in hip-hop? This guy right here. I still love music, and I continue to teach children to be themselves and follow their dream. Now, before we take questions, I'm going to read you one of Darryl's raps. And what's significant about this Darryl's rap and Darryl's dream is all of us have dreams. All of you have dreams. Darryl let the world know what his dream was. Stayed true to himself. Believed in himself because there's so many people like all of you that believe in you. So if you got all of these people believing in you, and all you got to do is believe in yourself, all of your dreams can come true too. All you got to do is show up, work as hard as you can, and even like me, when I was in third grade, and even now at 57 years old, when I don't know something, I ask, because you will receive the information that becomes the education that will lead to your transformation. Look at those bars right there. Information is just education. The information becomes education when you receive it, and that information leads to an education that allows you to have a major transformation. Now, I'm going to read Darryl's rap. But the deal is, in the book, when y'all get the book, there's a blank page. So on that blank page, you got to write your name. And then you got to write rap. And then you got to write your dream. Or you got to write the way you see yourself. Because when you say it, when you think it, when you live it, when you write it, you believe it. So your name and your rap is proof that your dream will come true. So I'm going to read Darryl's rap, and then we're going to answer some questions. And I'm going to show you proof that who you are, what you are, and regardless of what people think about you, regardless of what they pick on you about, regardless of what they tease you about, who you are allows you to be the perfect person you already are, and those things will allow you to become who you was put here to be. So y'all ready? You could call me Darryl. You can call me D. The initials of my name are DMC. Darryl McDaniels, that's my name. One day I'm going to be in the Hall of Fame. In 2009, me and my group got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right next to Michael Jackson. Since kindergarten, I've acquired the knowledge. After 12th grade, I'm going straight to college. I'm a nice kid from Hollis, Queens, and I love eating chicken and collard greens. I read comic books and I love to draw. I've been drawing superheroes since I was 4. I get good grades and I love school because education is really cool. I wear my glasses. They help me see. There's a lot of other kids who are just like me. Being good is like ABC. It is easy as 1, 2, 3. I like playing games and making friends, but I don't get mad if I don't win. Don't be a bully. Don't tease others. Treat each other like sisters and brothers. Call me Darryl McDaniels or call me Darryl Mack, and you can call this poem Darryl's Rap. Huh. So, what's important about this book is this. Even when I got older, when I was in 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th grade, I got teased, bullied, and picked on for wearing glasses. My whole life was, hey, 4 eyes, hey, binoculars, hey, telescope, hey, blind as the dead bat that's in the box. I mean, I got it all. But my glasses and everything that was so-called uncool about me was the reason why I became the most powerful entity in the hip-hop universe. And some of your parents and some of the older people in here will remember my first record. My first record, I said this rap. I said, D's for doing it all of the time. M is for the rhymes that are all mine. C is for cool as can be. And my partner Run would ask me, why you wear those glasses? And I would go, so I can see. I didn't wear the glasses to be cool. I didn't wear the glasses to make a fashion statement. I wore the glasses because if I didn't wear my glasses, I couldn't see. I was honest and not ashamed about me wearing the glasses. And you can ask anybody in hip hop, by me not being ashamed of who I am and what I needed to do or whatever, I became so cool that people that don't even need glasses want to wear glasses. Ask your grandmother and grandfather why people wear glasses in hip hop and who made it cool. You're looking at them. Now, remember I said education, information comes here, transformation. I'm that same little kid that was in 3rd grade. So imagine what your transformation is going to be when you stay true to who you are, because you are who you are because you was put here to be who you are for a very big reason. You kids are already successful. It's just a process and certain things that you got to go through to get to that point of your success. And if you don't believe me, here's how important you are to being who you are so that you can be the successful person you already are. Now, I wore glasses, right? D's for doing it all of the time. M's for the rhymes that are all mine. C's for cool as can be. Run would ask me why I wear those glasses so I can see. I need the glasses so I can see. Now, right now, it still works. I got contacts in. I still have my glasses. I wear them in the room. I wear them when I watch certain movies, when I read certain books. My glasses is with me. But right now, I got contacts on. Can any of you young people tell me what contacts are? What are contacts?
They're kind of like glasses. They're like little circle things that you lower this down and you put them in each of your eyes, and then they're basically like invisible glasses.
Exactly. Contacts are basically the lenses, same thing like glasses lens, but you put them directly on your eyes. So they help me see. Now check this out. Let me show you, it still works for me at 57 years old. I gotta wear things to help me see. So sometimes it's my glasses, sometimes it's my contacts. To prove to you that you are perfect just the way you are, and everything that who you are works for you now when you're little, and you're still gonna use some things when you get older. D's for doing it all of the time. M's for the rhymes that are all mine. C's for cool as can be. Why do I wear contacts? What do contacts start with? C. What's my name? DMC. I wore the glasses so I could see. I wear the contacts now so I could
See.
So there it is. Your hair, your feel, your vibe, your food, your style, your hobby, the things you like, the books you like to read, all of the stuff that somebody might say that's not cool about you is actually your superpower. I got teased, bullied, and picked on because I love comic books. I love comic books to this day. Spider-Man, Captain America, the Hulk. I love comic books. Want to know a secret? You know why I was able to do everything that I did in the hip hop? The reason why Jay-Z's doing what he's doing and Kanye's doing what he's doing and Nicki Minaj is doing what he's doing is because me and my two friends who are no different from y'all. The record company didn't create hip hop. The radio didn't create hip hop. MTV didn't create hip hop. BET didn't create hip hop. Y'all create hip hop. You don't have to be like nobody that's already out. We don't want nobody else like the people that's already out. I want y'all. I want the expression of who you are. And it doesn't have to be rap. It could be art. It could be books. It could be film. It could be journalism. It could be fashion. All of you in here are the next world's greatest creators. And I'm no different from y'all. So everything that you want to come true can come true because your dreams are you. And I was into the comic books, and the thing that gave me my confidence is when I saw the superheroes like Peter Parker and Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent. They were awkward like all of us. They had their ups and downs like all of us. Life isn't easy for all of them. But at the end of the day, Peter Parker, who's just like me, he's Spider-Man. Clark Kent, who's Superman, he's Superman. Natasha, she's the Black Widow. And they all got struggles. So what I represent to y'all is the potential and the ability and the talent and the skills to show y'all already are successful people. Don't let nobody ever tell you you ain't worthy and you ain't cool. And when I go to speaker schools, I tell the coolest kid in the school, me and my group, we did a song about our sneakers. Hold your foot up. Hold your sneaker up. We did a song about our Adidas. Now, I wasn't writing the songs that everybody else wrote. I wrote a song about sneakers that I love. I was rhyming about everything. We did a song about our sneakers, and we was able to get a sneaker deal. Now, I was a kid just like y'all. I don't play no basketball. I'm not an athlete. I don't even like basketball. I like comic books and drawing. I did a song about my sneakers, and I got a sneaker deal just like Michael Jordan. So if I'm able to do that, I don't even play basketball, I got a sneaker deal too. Imagine what y'all could do by talking about what it is that you like and who you are. That's how you change the world. Don't be ashamed of who and what you are. And I tell people, the coolest kid in the school, like y'all are so special and unique, the coolest kid in the school is the kid that don't want to wear Jordans because everybody's wearing Michael Jordans. And look, I'll give it up. The kid that don't want to wear Adidas because of Run-DMC. The coolest kid is the kid that want to wear what he or she wants to wear, because that is powerful. So I've done a lot in my career, and I just want y'all to know that I'm not better than you, smarter than you, talented than you, and I'm not greater than you. I am you. I want to just be an example of the greatness that is in all of you, regardless of where you're from or whatever situation you're coming from. So before I take your questions, we're going to do this little exercise. Because like I said, DMC is just the initials of my name. D from Darryl, MC from McDaniels. But for the rest of your lives, starting this day, DMC don't mean the cool rap guy that did it all. DMC don't mean the king of rock. DMC don't mean the hip hop guy that rocks these microphones and makes better songs than everybody from Jay-Z to Eminem and Nicki Minaj combined. What's going on now is DMC is going to mean this. Y'all, all you young people in here, boys and girls, repeat after me, and adults can join in too. Because it's funny. I put this book out, and I got parents, teachers, and professional people. I got billionaires saying, man, D, this book is so inspiring, I want to read it every day before I go to work. Because they don't just see Darryl, They see something in Darryl that shows them something in themselves. So from this day forward, DMC ain't this hip hop thing. Repeat after me. D is for determination. I'm going to be determined to work hard to my best of my ability
to the best of my ability
to become
the
successful person
successful person
that I already am. M
M
is for motivation.
is for motivation.
I'm going to find people,
I'm going to find people,
places,
places,
and things
and things
that motivate me
that motivate me
and inspire me.
and inspire me.
C
C
is for concentration.
is for concentration.
I'm going to concentrate
I'm going to concentrate
and be committed
to
work very hard
work very hard
so that I can make sure
so that I can make sure
everything I just said
everything I just said
comes true.
comes true.
Because dreams do
Because dreams do
come true.
come true.
And I'm going to prove it
And I'm going to prove it
to all of you.
to all of you. Bars.
That's what DMC means.
It's bars. Yes.
So I'm going to open up for questions. How you doing? What's your name?
Jameson.
Jameson, what's your question?
I got 3.
Oh, you got 3. Okay.
Is the dream in your book actually happen?
The dream in my book, it didn't actually happen that way because I didn't dream to be in the music business. My dream was to either be a comic book artist or I wanted to make movies. But the dream is just synonymous because I wanted to tell stories. The reason why I started making music, y'all, is I never wanted to be in show business. I don't want to be on the radio. I don't want to be in video. I get scared to death being in front of people. Now, the reason why I can do this so confident in front of y'all is I've been doing this for 40 years. So the more you do something, the better you get. But originally, when I first heard hip hop, it wasn't to, make videos and records. When I first heard hip hop, it was like, oh, wow, you could tell stories about who you are over music. So I just started writing all of these raps, right? I started writing all of these raps when I was in elementary school. By the time I graduated high school, I had a stack of raps like this high. My partner, Run, who wanted to be in show business. I want to make records. I want to make videos. I want to be famous. I want to get money. He saw what I was doing and said, D, this is good. And he said, whenever I get a chance to make a record, I'm bringing you with me. So whatever it is that you like to do, finger paint, sew, tap dance, play the violin, play the piano. It's all the so-called uncool stuff that your friends don't think is cool. It's the stuff that will make you successful, rich, and famous. So for me, Jameson, I had all of these raps, and then when Run put me in the group to go make records, I was prepared. But my dream when I was little was just to do it. Matter of fact, Eric, you got a comic book? I can show them real quick. You have your book? I'll give it back to you. So remember I said dreams do come true, but they never end? I accomplished my dreams that I had when I was in 3rd grade. I made some records and got sneaker deals. But I loved comic books, Jameson, is my first love. So 4 years ago, one of the dreams I had was to do my own comic company. So I started my own comic book company. It's called, check this out. Remember I said who you are will always work for everything you do? Remember it was the glasses so I could see. Now it's the contacts so I could see. Somebody said, D, what will you call your comic book company? You can't call it Marvel. You can't call it DMC. That's easy. I'm going to call it me. I'm going to call my comic book company DMC. Why? Check this out, y'all. Darryl makes comics. Plain and simple. So it wasn't, the part of my dream was I knew I wanted to tell stories. And what's your second question?
Did he seriously rip up your poem?
What do you say?
Did he rip up your poem? Did someone actually rip up your poem?
Oh, no. Nobody never actually ripped up my poems because ever since I was young, I always knew what I wanted to say. So I did write rhymes down in the books, but by the time it was for me to say a poem, I already had it in my head.
The thought, based on the poem of the rap where it said chicken, have you
Chicken and collard greens.
have you ever tried chicken tenders?
Have I ever tried chicken fingers? Yes, I have.
Were they good?
Very good. Yeah, my mother used to say when I was a little baby, I used to walk around the house going, chicken, chicken, give me chicken, give me chicken. That's what he does. You have a question? What you saying? Oh, what's your name? Abby says she likes my music. Well, thank you so much, Abby. That's going to inspire me and motivate me to make some more music. Thank you, Abby, so much. And that's one of the things that I did. When I was writing my songs, I wasn't just thinking. When I was 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 years old, I wasn't just writing songs to impress my friends, so my friends could say, you're right. When I sat down as a teenager and wrote a song, I wanted to write a song that was going to blow the adult's mind, so that when I walk in the room, they go, young man, what is making you write all of this stuff? Number one is the enthusiasm I have about myself. And number two is, it don't matter what age you are, you can make a record that could change the grown-up's life. You can make a song that can stop a war. You can make a song that stops all the negative conditions that exist in our society. So when I was little, I ran about my sneakers, my Adidas, walked through concert doors, and roamed all over Coliseum floors. I stepped on stage at Live Aid, all the people gave, and the poor got paid. And out of speakers, I do speak. I wear my sneakers, but I'm not a sneak. My Adidas touch the sand of a foreign land. With mic in hand, our coat took command. My Adidas and me, close as can be. We make a mean team, my Adidas and me. We get around together, we're down forever, and we won't be had when worn in bad weather. My Adidas! So, whatever y'all do as young people, understand it's valuable, and it's perfect. And it may not be shown now, it may not come out now, but it will be always something that can be used to change, inspire, motivate, and make people's lives better, including your own. How you doing?
Yes.
What's your name?
Nasir.
Nasir. What's your question?
How you make this rap in one day?
Did I make the rap in one day? Yes. I'm not like, I just saw an interview with Lil Wayne. It said it takes him like 7 weeks to do one line. I'm always knowing what I want to say, but that's because I got a lot of good examples. Like everybody in here, there's somebody or something that inspires you. You know, maybe it's Beyonce, maybe it's Taylor Swift, maybe it's Kanye West, maybe it's Steph Curry. There's people that inspire you. But when you look at somebody that inspires you, I never want y'all to say, I want to be like such and such. No, let such and such be who or he or she is. I want y'all to say, I'm going to be the best version of me because such and such could never be like you. So I always know the type of things that I want to say. Another dream of mine is I love cookies. I love chocolate chip cookies. I love oatmeal cookies, and I love sugar cookies. So another dream of mine is I'm going to start a cookie company because I want to make cookies and share it with everybody so everybody can have a smile like me. So if you notice in the book, Darryl's doing his poetry, and everybody gets up and applaud him. And I spoke at a third grade school in the Bronx, New York. I'm from New York City. And one kid said, why you didn't have Darryl create a rap and call it hip hop? Well, when Darryl's doing his poetry, it's not hip hop yet. But all poetry is all hip hop is poetry put the music. But hip hop is also art. It could be graffiti, it could be a painting. Hip hop is also spoken word. Hip hop is also writing books. This book is actually a form of hip hop. My record is just a form of storytelling. This is a form of storytelling. So maybe you can't draw, your friend could draw. So you could have your friend draw the book, and maybe you can write. You can write the book. Just like I don't make beats, I write the rhymes, and then I got to find somebody that makes the music so you can hear my poetry. So in the book, the poetry that Darryl's reciting in third grade It's actually the rhymes that become the thing called hip hop. Little boys and girls from just like y'all in the 1970s created this whole hip hop culture. It doesn't stop with the people you hear on the radio. It doesn't stop with the people who made it before y'all. It goes on forever with the abilities and talents and the imaginations that y'all have. So even at 57 years old, I'm always trying to figure out what I could say, who I could be, and where I could go and what I can do. Just like all of you. I see a hand up back there. What's your name? What's up, Miles? What's happening? Miles Morales? You're the Spider-Man kid, right?
Did you only perform in New York or other places or all around?
Oh, that's a great question. He asked me, do I only perform in New York? I perform all around the world. I went to South Sudan, Africa. I went to Moscow. The Russian people that's bombing Ukraine right now performed there. And in 1996, I performed in the Ukraine. And the prime minister, it's funny, me, Run, and Jay, we went to the Ukraine. The prime minister of the Ukraine brought his whole family to see Run-DMC. So I perform all over the globe, and that's what I want y'all to understand. The talent, the dream, the ability, the thoughts, the imagination, and the idea that y'all have is not just for Philly. It's not just for America. It's for every person in this worldwide world, in the whole wide world. So, and I've been performing I've been in the music business 38 years, touring and making videos and stuff like that. So I don't get bored, I got to keep on creating and keep coming up with new ideas and everything. So your dream, even though it's your dream, is a global, universal dream that can come true. What's up? What's your name?
Miles Morales' dad.
All right on, right on. And you got a painting for me, right?
I do.
A picture, okay.
Question: Did St. John's University ever put you on any of their pamphlets, their website, anything?
No, not yet. I guess now they're starting to see the influence, right? Especially in my longevity, like I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? So they're setting up to give me the honorary degree thing, but thank you. But I want to do more than that. I don't want to just show up for the degree thing. So 2 years ago, and I'm starting to do more of this now because it's not. I don't want to just show up and talk about what I did. I want to show up and talk about what we can do, like if it's what I can do with young people, what I can do with the adults and everything. So before the pandemic, one of the artists and writers in Marvel comic books, this guy named Greg Pak, who wrote the Hulk stories, his wife is a professor at St. John's University. So instead of me just showing up and coming in to get some award or whatever, I said, no, let's do something that we can interact with each other. So right before the pandemic, we did a class on hip hop and comic books. Because hip hop and comic books is so, connected. Just like, when you look at the Wu-Tang with Kung Fu movies, we all are products of pop culture. So for me, my inspiration was always seeing these superheroes, because the only time I saw geeky, nerdy people who were super bad was in the comic books. So, when you think of the Amazing Spider-Man, the Incredible Hulk, the Invincible Iron Man, and the Mighty Thor, it was the comic books that taught me, like in hip-hop, describe yourself with an adjective and put your name at it. So DMC, Darryl McDaniels, when I get on this microphone, just like Spider-Man's amazing and Thor is mighty and Hulk's incredible and Iron Man's invincible, Darryl McDaniels is now the devastating mic controller DMC. And can't nobody mess around with me. I'm the king of rock, rap, and of rhyme. I deal what I feel and it feels fine. If it's okay to Jay, then I will play around with sound. Put down for the rhymes I say. Beats flow from Joe and never stop. Better get yourself together, let's rock. Hit it, Run! We got a question back there? Yes. How you doing? Okay. What's your name? How you doing? Wow, that's crazy. That's a good question. If I didn't do music, the only thing that I had going for me was good grades, and I loved reading and writing. So it's funny. You said Rico? Miko? Yeah, it's funny. That question is the question that started my comic book company. When I went into Atlantic Records to help a friend get a meeting at the record company because my friend had a rapper that he was trying to get signed to put out music. And the friend came to me and was like, yo, DMC, man, if I call a label, I'm never getting a meeting. They don't want to hear from me. But you're DMC. If you call the label, they're going to give you a meeting, you know, you'll make an appointment in a week or two. So I was like, man, because you're my friend and I love you, I'll do it. So I call up Atlantic Records and I'm like, hey, how you doing? My name is Darryl McDaniels from Run-DMC and I got a rapper I want y'all to take a look at. And they was like, who this? I was like, it's Darryl McDaniels from Run-DMC. Hold on. Darryl McDaniels from Run-DMC? Yeah, hold on. You can come up right now. So long story short, Miko, I go upstairs and I'm going for a music meeting. And I sit down and I met with this young man named Riggs Morales. Riggs Morales was the A&R at Eminem's Shady Records label for the rise of Eminem's career. So now he's working in New York City at Warner Atlantic Records. So I go up there and meet with him and I sit down and the first thing he asked me, first thing he says is, oh my God, I can't believe this. And he uses these words, Miko. He says, yo, DMC, you was like my superhero. The records you made, the way you look, the hats, the glasses, and everything. And he asked me, if you didn't do music, what would you have done? And I sat and I was like, I don't know. Because some kids know what they want to be. I'm going to be a scientist and this and that. But at that time, I didn't know what I want to do. I knew I could draw and I knew I could write. So I was like, all right, if I don't be able to make my own comic books, I would have probably been a teacher. And people say, when we come to see your talks, you look like the funnest teacher ever. So to answer your first question, I probably would have been a teacher because I love to read and write. And what's your second question?
What's your favorite song you made?
What's my favorite song that I made? My favorite song that I made is probably It's Tricky. It's Tricky to Rock a Rhyme because It's Tricky to Rock a Rhyme has another meaning. For Run-DMC, it was tricky to rock a rhyme because, you know, a lot of people look at the music business as something easy to get into. It's easy if you're prepared and ready, and it's also easy if you're ready for the ups and downs. When we first went to get a record deal, everybody we went to told us, no, we don't like your music. So we went to like 100 record companies. No, until one little label picked up on us. So it's tricky to rock a rhyme. It's just another word for us to tell the world life can be very tricky. It can seem difficult and it can seem hard, but if you believe in yourself, you can succeed and make it above and beyond your dreams. So it's probably as tricky. And the other reason I like It's Tricky, Miko, is because a lot of young people might not know the generation of music that we come from because there's more your mothers and fathers. And like I said, I've been around your grandmother and grandfather know about me. But I have the beauty and joy of coming here and to talk about me as a person so now I can relate to you, you know what I'm saying? So your mothers and fathers, they had my music, but now I can connect with y'all as people. So for It's Tricky, it's beautiful that a lot of young kids now know my music for three things, video games, movies, and TikTok. My music is all over TikTok, so a lot of kids call me. They don't call me DMC from Run-DMC. They call me DMC the Run-DMC TikTok man. So everything that I'm able to get involved with, I'm able to have an impression, Miko. So whatever your dream is, and all the things that you want to do. I was like all over the place. I wanted to play football. I wanted to do comic books and all of that. And I kind of fell into hip hop because I was ready. And practice makes perfect. I got, Eric, how much time I got? Like 2 or 3 more questions? I'll do 3 more questions. Wait. Let me do the girl right there in the back. Yes, because I didn't answer hers. Yes, how you doing? What's your name? What's your name? That's a beautiful name. What's your question? Which music do I like the best of mine? That's a great question. I do the hip hop thing. Like, you know, I got rhymes, I got bars and stuff like that, you know. No curls, no braids, peasy head and still get paid. I am the reason why Yeezys can get made. I got all that. And that's true, like I say true stuff. But my favorite music is my music, you could ask your mother and father to play it for you, my music with the rock guitars. Because when I was a little kid, everybody was kind of like into R&B music and soul music and funk and disco. But when I was a little kid, I loved rock and roll music. So to answer your question, my favorite music is my rock and roll music. Anything with guitars, I'll put some bars. Hi back there in the 76ers hat. Hi. Yes, yes. Yep. Oh, nice. And I see as the man.
Yes. So this question is probably what all of us old heads are
Yep.
thinking.
Yep.
You know how we see all these young bucks coming back when they're getting together, coming back from back in the day, doing concerts and shows.
Yes.
Are you guys going to do something like that? Like
That's a great question.
all the good things.
Yeah. Well, we have done something here in Philly. 2012, I believe it was. Me and Run played at Made in America. They should have announced it more. I mean, you know, we'll come back. Right now, me and Run are sticking to festivals and we're sticking to special appearances, like, you know, certain radio shows, because one of our difficulties is that Run-DMC, the band that made all those records, was 3 members, Run-DMC and Jam Master Jay. So when we can't make an album and we can't tour as Run-DMC without Jay. It's, you know, I answered a question, speaking of rock and roll, everybody get mad. When are you and Run going to tour and do albums? No, we'll show up and do a show, but my joke is Run-DMC will get back together when the Beatles get back together. And is that going to happen? No, because Jam Master Jay was an integral part of Run-DMC. So, you know, maybe we'll show up at another Made in America. You know, we came out for Jay-Z to do that. I know Lady B is trying to get us to come do her party. Speaking of Philly, the Roots is trying to come get us to do one. So I think before we die, we're going to have to come do something, because I don't want to go to my grave with my friends mad at me. But, you know, the whole thing was Run-DMC and Jam Master Jay was a total representation of a presentation, you know. And the beautiful thing about Run-DMC, even though we were dynamic, when y'all saw Run-DMC and Jam Master Jay, y'all were inspired about yourselves. It was just a good all-around feeling. My greatest accomplishment isn't all awards and stuff like that. My greatest accomplishment is being me, Run, and Jay being chosen to be the face of hip-hop like forever. Like, people say, when they say hip-hop and you go look it up, you're going to see a picture of Run-DMC. And we're the reason why that everybody from NWA to a Will Smith exists. Like, we, you know, because you know, when you look at entertainment, you know what I'm saying, you have, you know, Disney, and then you have the violent entertainment, you know, in movies and TV shows. Run-DMC was everything in between. So to answer your question, there's not going to be another Run-DMC album, because it's got to be me, Run, and Jay. Now, that being said, if there's a We Are the World, or for a special cause, me and Run will get on a record. But Run-DMC as a touring, recording entity can't happen until Jay comes back from the grave like Jesus. All right, I got 2 more questions. Yes, how you doing?
Yeadon is known for the home of Flag Day, and this year we're combining it with Juneteenth.
Oh.
We're just speaking about the roots, and we're looking for someone to come here to make it a big thing. And I'm wondering if maybe you could come and get the roots to show up and do a little show for us.
Oh, okay. You gonna put me on the spot? Where's my manager, Eric? It's real funny.
Councilwoman Loren Johnson.
Okay. Look, I can't promise the Roots, but I'll come. I'll come. Yeah, I still have music. I got 2 songs out now. One song is called, it's on YouTube. You can go listen to them too. One song is called America, and it's my version of America through all the racial strife that we've been having, all the political headaches with these knucklehead politicians. It's my version of America, which is all of us getting together, being creative, listening to hip hop and rock and roll and old school and all that. So America is out on YouTube. And the other song I have out is a song called Ghetto Metal, which is basically the reason why I did Rock Boxing and King of Rock. So go to YouTube, punch in DMC, Darryl McDaniels, America, and Ghetto Metal. But I can tell you, I'll come and perform. Yeah, I still, you know, it's kind of like Paul McCartney still tours as Paul McCartney and do the Beatles songs. I still tour as Darryl McDaniels, the King of Rock. And of course, you know, I do my new stuff, but it's like the Rolling Stones in the Spinners. The people only want to hear the classics. So I'll hook you up with Eric on the way out, and I'll come. Yeah, yeah. All right, last question. What's your name? Yeah, you're. What's your name? Oh, Miles again. Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. I couldn't tell it.
In your whole career, who was your favorite people that you made rap videos with?
Oh, wow. Who was my favorite people that we made rap? The coolest video that shows the influence that Run-DMC had on every generation. In 1993, we did a song called Down with the King, produced by one of the greatest producers in the game, Pete Rock, and CL Smooth. So my favorite song that I ever did that was hip-hop was with Pete Rock and CL Smooth. Go check out my video and song for Down with the King, because in 1985, I made a song called King of Rock. And then all the way in 1993, Pete Rock and CL Smooth produced a song called Down with the King. Check that out. That's my favorite collaboration that I've done. And my favorite rock collaboration, of course, is Aerosmith. So I want to thank all of y'all for allowing me to come here to be with y'all. Like Councilwoman just said, I hope to see you at the festivities that she's going to make me come and force me to do because it's my responsibility. And I just want all of you young people to know this. You're perfect just the way you are, regardless of what any bully says, anybody tease you. As weird as your idea may seem, it's beautiful, it's magnificent, and it's incredible because you are beautiful, magnificent, and incredible. So I love you. I'll be back. And hopefully y'all come to the Juneteenth performance so y'all can see me perform all the songs that I talked about. And the good thing about my music is I can do it for adults and I can do it for kids, and it's all good. So thank you.
Don't forget Nickelodeon. Can you tell them about Nickelodeon?
Oh yeah. And the last final thing before you go, I've done my book in a partnership with Nickelodeon. Y'all know how cool Nickelodeon is, right? So they got behind me to do my book because they believe in the potential and the ability in all of y'all. So my book is actually the first book. I'll probably have to come back and talk to y'all when the second book. My book is the first book in a series of children's books for all of y'all so that we can grow up together, because we're going to grow up together even though I'm 57 years old. I'm really a superhero, and I've been on this earth for 3,000 years, but don't tell nobody. But the book is the first book in a series of books, and Nickelodeon is in talks with me to turn it into an animated TV show.
That's amazing.
So if y'all have a Sharpie, I could sign your books and posters, and my manager's going to get me in the road. So, Councilwoman, that's...